champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. And reigning, defending, light heavyweight champion of the world, Joe Calzaghe.
Okay, gentlemen, we went over the rules of the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Touch him up, the bell rings, come out fighting.
Rarely have two fighters more visibly projected.
I think Jones has a little bit more crack in his shot than Calzaghe's.
He thinks safety first oftentimes.
38 knockouts in 52 wins for Jones. However,
Far a counter right hand.
but he also gives up. Calzaghe. The Jones is quicker in the center of the ring, and down goes Calzaghe. Just as he was down in the first round against Hopkins, he's down in the first round against Jones. And Jones makes his point that he can hurt Calzaghe in flurries inside.
But he may not make it out of this one like he did with
That he can keep fighting with Jones after taking a big shot. And he goes forward, waiting.
The fight is like, to me, a toss-up fight. It could go either way.
Down in the first round against Chris Eubank.
Beating Joe Calzaghe, who I thought was the fastest light heavyweight around, at least this side of Chad Dawson.
He shots inside. It's a center of the ring. Then when they go to the ropes, Calzaghe's nose. Jones backing into the ropes and giving Calzaghe a chance to just throw away.
He can't hit you, but don't square up too much over there on his left hand, okay?
Good body shot by Calzaghe. Calzaghe unfazed. Goes at him with his hands held low.
I don't know if he's ever fought anybody like this. Calzaghe is not just, he's a big man. You know,
Calzaghe.
He won't burn himself out by throwing so many punches while he's blocking them.
Jones's guard out of the way with the right hand there.
Watch his shoulder.
I don't think either fighter's ever fought anybody.
To the audience and to the judges that he has weathered the storm, has dominated round 3.
Calzaghe throwing a lot of punches, showboating, dropping his hands. And I think it's really not that they're showboating. Listen,
Joe Calzaghe put on a performance. I mean, the guy is so good. Just
Possible that some judges could have given him the second round, and Jones is slowing down. Now Jones may be looking for a way to pick a spot.
He was knocked down by a forearm or a wrist. No part of the glove actually hit him in the face.
As we go into the 4th round, but again, he's digging himself out of a hole, falling behind in the first and maybe the second rounds. And you never know when Jones may lay another trap. Just kept building the tempo. And now he's attacking Jones with him. It may not be wise for him,
Particularly when Joe is standing as he is now with his guard down. And maybe show Roy that he doesn't respect his power.
Good straight left hand by Calzaghe, 3 right hands.
he's got to be very low. He's throwing punches, but he cannot hit Calzaghe.
There's a hard right hand by Jones. Jones backs away. To apply his volume formula to it.
Well, I would have to give Roy so far this round here, the way it's going. Well, that's his way of trying to make Calzaghe get tired.
Calzaghe lands a big left hand.
Jones is being physically beaten.
A tough round.
And Calzaghe tries to nail it down with a flurry at the finish. Jones with one more big
Joe
counter.
Calzaghe throwing a lot of punches and missing a lot, but eventually he starts coming through with this straight.
Calzaghe 20 out of 58. Jones 18 out of 33. Calzaghe with a 12. Jones must have made a pretty good point in the last round because Calzaghe is suddenly treating him with more respect.
He's gotten away with that. He's having problems, and that's got him all off track because he's not really jabbing much. Then he's worked on it. I'm quite sure Joe them have studied him very well and learned that that's the main punch they have to look at it for.
Remember,
There were opportunities for Roy to win, and he didn't take advantage of them.
They used to be, and Joe Calzaghe is coming straight through with that 1-2.
And
good
so
counter left by Jones. Another one. He follows it up with a couple of body shots. Back against the ropes. Roy may be momentarily hurt.
He's hurt. Straight left.
Blood above the left eye. But Calzaghe is wearing Jones down with the constant assault. Again, the hand speed flurries with solid counter shots, and Calzaghe now is walking through them.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a towel. Give me a wet towel.
Tarver was not applying this kind of pressure. Tarver at the time was not considered this kind of fighter.
But he's a totally different fighter.
Sense of desperation as his feet and hands begin to move faster. Fighting with more was the case against Tarver or Glenn.
But it's not the same thing as winning the fight, coming back to win. Perhaps, depending on how long he can go with that cut.
Calzaghe has taken a little bit of the lead in control. And now, the combinations and the hand speed, willpower, and desire.
Getting into a lot of punches this round. He was placing his punches and showboating. He looked like he was targeted to the left.
You okay?
Rocky Marciano's nose was hanging off his face. 7th round of the Ezra Charles fight. The ref said you have one
Especially
more.
at this age, you know, I can't take a risk of getting hurt, but he's trying to win this fight.
He realizes, I think, that this is his last.
Anyone has ever landed against him.
But I don't think he can do anything about it at this stage.
And Roy, who's having to cover up. Jones shaking his head, his own boss. No big name promoter. No big name trainer. The king of Roy Jones's world. 5 previous appearances in Madison Square Garden, he won them all. Reality started to set in. Nowhere in the world is reality as cruel. One more big. Calzaghe begins the 10th round with a couple of bodies.
Roy Jones Jr. uses a physician running away with the fight. You got to wonder how much longer they're going to let this go, because Roy's taking a beating.
He told Alton Merkerson between round he would try to land some hooks. His left hook keeps sailing.
Enough time to work on it.
Don't hold.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you.
Is badly compromised in the ring. This started along about the 2nd round when the swelling
He's not beaten Roy in the round, but he's been a competitive fight for Roy than anyone. He goes in and out. He's very, very difficult to right there. See, he pulls back.
That's for sure, but at his best, Roy was pretty special.
No, he was very special.
something huge and turns it all around by hurting Calzaghe. And Calzaghe would be within his rights in shutting down.
Go ahead, good. Come on to the 10.
This is the straight 1-2 that I was saying earlier in the round when I saw
He doesn't care about the danger.
Come on, guys, you gotta do better.
That's commendable.
In other words, if there's any fighter of the last 10 years who's as cocky, it's Joe Calzaghe. And I'll beat you anyway.
Very sporting of him, Jim.
Don't hold, let go.
I think he's also, frankly, slowed Jones down to the point where basically
extremely comfortable.
Also, given that Roy at his best was fight in the weight class in which Calzaghe accomplished the most, super middleweight.
talking full time. Impossible to tell what he's saying, but he's talking to Calzaghe the whole time. And he, in fact, walks away. These pictures will be a part of ring history.
The biggest arenas, Las Vegas, New York.
To beat Jones with Hopkins sitting at ringside after having beaten Hopkins with Jones.
Left hook, left hook the boy. Oh, you pissed it.
Referee Hubert Earl has a shirt soaked with blood.
At least one before the end of this round.
You know, you couldn't really blame Calzaghe. Roy is moving in, but he's got to let some punches go. He's just getting in position, power with either hand, but he's not punching.
This is not one of those unpredictable.
No, Roy's going to have to do the upending if he hopes to win. So far, maybe he's thrown that's maybe his second punch of the round.
And crowd wants Jones to try to do something. They should be thrilled that he shows
his respect from the fans still.
Yeah, but what would enhance it even more, I think, is if in this last 45 seconds...
Maybe Calzaghe should pay a little bit more respect than the both men. Just could be farewell. As Michael Buffer reads the scores.
To the winner by unanimous decision, Joe Calzaghe.